All right, guys, I personally will never understand how MAGA thinks or reasons, how they come to conclusions, how that little wheel spins in their mind and justifies everything that Donald Trump has ever done up until this point. It took until gas prices going up for them to wakey wakey. 90% of MAGA lives in a bubble of no facts and no reality, but there is a portion of them that is starting to wake up. But let's give them the benefit of doubt because it took them until now to realize that Trump is bad after everything. But let's listen to what they have to say and then we'll react.
Blockade after blockade. Um, Trump meme coin, World Liberty Finance, Epstein files, Jersey drones, bombing Iran the first time, going to war with Iran, regime change, Venezuela, regime change, Cuba.
So, yeah, he seems to be focusing on the fact that Donald Trump ran on no new wars, except for the fact that everything he's done in this new term has been war, right? Regime change in Venezuela, now Iran. So, but it took until it started affecting this guy's pocket because Donald Trump's insanity in Iran is crashing the global economy and oil prices are going up and it's starting to affect his pocket. And now he's thinking, wait a second, this guy ran on a campaign of no new wars. And now this new war that he started is affecting the global economy. It's affecting farmers, it's affecting fishermen, it's affecting my job, my livelihood, the gas that I use to go to work every day. So wait a minute. Now I'm starting to wonder why did I vote for this guy? This lady right here is so mad that Donald Trump got us into the war in Iran, and she's standing at a gas pump. So she's looking at the numbers on the sign there that says $4.50 gas or whatever it is in her state, and she's like, what is going on here? Like, this is affecting my livelihood now. So it was gas prices that got this lady to wake up. This is why I don't understand MAGA, how they think, how they reason. It wasn't the millions of other things that we'll get into in a second that Donald Trump has done. It was the war that caused gas prices to go up. So when it affected her pocketbook, now she starts to think uh, that this is a problem, that I shouldn't vote for Donald Trump. Let's take a look at what she has to say.
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times. That was my bad. Apparently, I'm an idiot.
Are you displeased with the war in Iran?
Yes, it's not our war. We should not be sending our soldiers over there to get harmed when.
So she does bring up the war in Iran, which is good. I'm glad that she's seeing that, hey, he ran on a campaign of no war, and now we're in a war, and now we're sending soldiers there, 5,000 in fact, so there could be tons of U.S. casualties. So I love the fact that she's thinking about that, but really it's her at the gas pump that's making her think about that. Like, she didn't care before until it started affecting her pocketbook, and they didn't care about the millions of other things, right? They didn't care about the fact that Trump had a fake elector plot and tried to steal an election in the United States and undermine democracy and send his MAGA goons down to the Capitol to raid and destroy the Capitol. It wasn't the fact that 28 women accused Donald Trump. I'm not going to say the words because of the YouTube algorithm, but 28 women came forward and accused Donald Trump of something, right? And it wasn't that. It wasn't the fact that those 28 women came forward. It wasn't the fact that Donald Trump is a 34 count felon, but got away with it because MAGA voted for him to become president because he was on his way to prison. And they voted for him and gave him a new lease on life. It wasn't that. It wasn't the fact that Donald Trump opened a crypto firm, right, before he became president. And all of these people are investing in all of these billionaires are investing in his crypto firm and giving him money for pardons. And the crypto industry gave him his campaign $119 million. Crypto CEOs chipped in $30 million more. And then his DOJ disbanded the crypto enforcement team. You see how that works? He opens a crypto firm, the DOJ closes any investigations into crypto and who's donating to his campaign. It wasn't that, right? It wasn't the fact that Donald Trump had 1 million people pass away under his administration during his mismanagement of COVID. We lost 1 million people or more during COVID because of his mismanagement of the pandemic. It wasn't all of those American lives. It wasn't that. It was the gas prices that got them to wake up. I don't understand it. She voted for him 3 times and now you're standing at the pump and you're like, "Why did I vote for Donald Trump?" That's what got you there? It wasn't the 28 women. It wasn't the fake elector plot. It wasn't the million people under COVID. It wasn't all of the pay for play schemes. It wasn't the meme coins. The guy mentioned in the first video, a meme coin that Donald Trump started to scam his supporters when he became president. It wasn't the Trump watches to scam his supporters. It wasn't all of the Trump merchandise. It wasn't the fact that Donald Trump recently used a picture of fallen soldiers to fundraise and take money from his supporters. It wasn't none of that. It was her standing at the gas station looking at the board saying, "Why am I paying this much for gas? I can't believe it. I'm paying $450 for gas now." That's what woke you up, bro. Like, that's why I'm saying I don't understand their logic. I don't understand their thinking. I don't understand how they come to the conclusions, how they justified all of those things that Donald Trump did until this point. They put it deep down inside them and just, it's not a big deal. But when gas prices, when it starts to hurt when he starts to crash the economy and it starts to affect your pocket, so you're only thinking about you. You weren't thinking about the 28 women that accused Donald Trump. You weren't thinking about him undermining democracy. You weren't thinking about any of that. You were just thinking about your own pocketbook. These people are so beyond out of control. Like, I don't feel bad for these people, right? Because if for you to justify all that, just shows what kind of person you are, right? For you to justify that. Anyway, if you like my videos, I really appreciate you all supporting me. I have 500 subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. If you could give this video a like, subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.